And he goes against Anthony Echemendia. And Echemendia is another guy who was a transfer. And he went to Ohio State, was a great wrestler for Cuba, then moved to Arizona as a senior in high school and was one of the nation's most dominant wrestlers, 52-0 on the year. And now he's found his home with the Iowa State Cyclones, and he's an All-American candidate. Sooner Moshe Schwartz is hurt, and so Kaden Smith has moved in and also moved up from 133, but he looks like he's got good size. And the thing about Kaden, he was a small 3A state champ at 113, but he loves to wrestle and he loves to battle. And he's going to have to, because he's got a real strong opponent who's got a bear hug and now has moved behind him, but he's not giving up that too easily. He continues to move, but there's a double, and Echemendia, and if that sounds funny, that is the correct pronunciation of his name, and you don't hear it that often. That's coming from Coach Kevin Dresser. He gives up a one. He has very little on top. Really works to pull that head down, and now he'll go side to side looking for go-behinds or let your head up and look for a re-attack. Interestingly, the move he just attempted was a move named after his college coach, the Dresser Dump. Beat Pete Yazzo, New Yorker Pete Yazzo in the final. Oh, real sweet single by Echemendia. Good scrambling by Kaden Smith. He's a hair away from gaining control himself. If he can get that leg in and now bring his opponent down to the mat, he's going to come up with two takedown. Real nice move. Could be a little trouble here. Echemendia on top of him. He's got to settle his weight back. He's actually looking for a splitter. So you got to be careful in here. I'll tell you what. Right now, the Cyclones are kind of dominating the score, but there's a lot of action on both sides. Both teams are wrestling hard and wrestling well. We've got a timeout. It's on the official. Not sure. Oh, perhaps there's a challenge or they want to look at the takedown. I think it was two. This being the Sooner Sports Network, I candidly root for the Sooners, but I try and be unbiased in all my calls and certainly honor the other team and their performances when merited. Let's see if we can't see. We're not getting a view of this, so not getting an instant replay. So I'm not seeing what the officials are seeing. I'm going to say the call stands, but I just saw it once as well. Referees continue. And this is one of the great rules changes. Oh, it was a number of years ago where they decided to do video review. So let's see if we can take another look at this. The question, I think, is does Echemendia have a reversal? And that could be, instead of stalemate's called, I think that's what the issue is at this time. Are they going to call a stalemate? And that's kind of a judgment call. Let's see what their judgment is. And the call is no. Of course, Kevin Dresser is questioning it once again, battling for his wrestler. And he has, you know, a case. Even if your opponent's over your leg, if you have his weight forward, and Caden's head was on the mat, could have given two. Echemendia up to his feet. Smith with the leg in. You got to bring your opponent down or you get hit for stalling. And boy, I'll tell you what, he's not giving up anything easy, but Echemendia earns a 1-point escape. And once again, he's got his opponent's head down. You got to give credit to a very game Kaden Smith, 4-4 with an outstanding Cyclone wrestler. See if I can't find his ranking right now. He's ranked number 8 in the nation and goes ahead with a 3-point takedown. He's actually doing some top work. He doesn't generally do a great deal of that, but there's only 11 seconds left, and that hence the action. Smith up to his feet. This would be a big one if he can pull it off. That should be warning on top. The whistle will blow with no call. And Echemendia with the 7-4 win over a very game and tough Kaden Smith. Echemendia is going to defer his call. Smith is going to choose neutral. Should have looked over his coaches. If he went down, Echemendia would have let him up. Echemendia real strong and hand fighting, working the head, pulling and tugging, and that opens up his shots. He's got that arm around the hip, and I'll tell you, it moves to a bear. Oh, into the crotch and up in the air, and you can see why Anthony Echemendia is an All-American candidate, and certainly 2 of the last 3 are such for the Cyclones. I don't think you rule out Cherokina at 125 either. But he's a little step behind these last 2. So the score is now 10-4, and the Cyclones are pushing for a major decision. He lets him up. Nice single-leg attempt by Echemendia. Boy, he does go forward. Coach Dresser said he's just tough. Hand fights. And he's starting to understand great go-behind. And there's major decision right there, 13-5, especially if he builds a little more riding time. He's not going to do it. He's going to let him up and look for another score. Kaden Smith a little outmanned at this time, but it's not for lack of trying. Echemendia just relentless on that head, pulls him down, gets a go behind, and now he's up by 10 with 15 seconds left in the second period. And actually, he'll be up by 11 with riding time at the end of this period. This is good work for him because he's going to need to do some riding at the NCAA tournament. Heading into the third, Echemendia's choice, I'm thinking they're going to tell him to go down. He probably wants to choose neutral. He does indeed go down. If you recall, Smith got his legs in, did some hard battling for a while. Thigh pry, double thigh pry to a drive forward. Trying to hook that leg. And there's the boot in. Unfortunately, Echemendia is back up on his feet, and you can't hang there. You're going to have to bring him down to the mat, or you're going to get hit for stalling. He wisely lets him go. And now Echemendia, nice high crotch, and very strong, very powerful. Just got a text from the great Scott Casper telling me that the match time is not on the screen. It is now 1 minute and 4 seconds left. And that is the end of the match as Anthony Echemendia has pulled off just an outstanding work of art. in getting a technical fall over a very game Kaden Smith. This is a 33-pounder moved up for his team, and he really battled hard. But you're talking about a boy against a man right there.